SSP, Ez ChipZ.
Hey, yo, man.
Yo, what's up,
Society's looking. You know, they're looking at us, right?
Yo,
But ain't nobody really looking at society,
looking
you
at
know?
me.
The government's involved in the mass production of weapons of mass destruction that could only lead to a massive reduction of taxes reaching the public. So let me ask you something about this cash abduction. If it takes money to make money, then why do we take money from people trying to make money? Government's purpose is to manipulate the country, separate the country, rich people from poor people. You take us for dummies, the government is doing the greater damage. Minimum wage, workers like slaves, shit, thanks for the great advantage. They're trying to control a situation that just can't be managed. Trying to fix some deep wounds with a tiny bandage. They stab you in the back and then pay you with reparations, but the money's never seen like the breath from respiration. So waiting for First Nations to reach an expiration, but in essence neglection is the only expectation. A scandal that couldn't be seen by the best investigation, but there's no litigation for cultural assimilation. And we live in a nation full of racism and hatred. Convert them Indian, the crucifix is waiting. I hear some people insinuating that Indians shouldn't receive benefits of heritage affiliation, but at the same time the white man built a nation was the same time the white man killed a nation. You're acting like you came to Canada for vacation, but the land that you landed upon was never vacant. You take our land and put us in reservations and wonder why we drink too much and overdose on medication. Let's change the legislation. I'm sick of deprivation, reserves of segregation. Where's the rest of the nation? We used to be free, now we live in regulation. Not to be upset would take 1,000 years of meditation. What if we could switch shoes? My size could fit you. Would you want to switch or would you stick to what you used to? Is there a solution to the problem? It's not like we can pack up and move to a new continent. I'm confused with the options. You want us to lose and lose often, drink booze and end up in a few coffins. You're killing us, it's obvious. You put us on reserves full of toxins while the rest of our land is all white man homogenous. You act like it's a mystery, but don't you know your history? The day the French christened me was a day of misery. I know that I'm mixed blood, but what happened to one side of my family got me pissed off with my middle fingers flipped up. You do it from a distance, making widows of women. Racism is now hidden in the form of a prison, with 84% of Indians caught up in the court system. There's no real support, you just ignore the poor victims. You take away our options, label us a nuisance. The only place to turn is to drugs and prostitution, where the only prospect is the future prosecution. Praying in a cell for a proper execution. I just got one question, what's the military's real function? If you can kill people with scandals and corruption, if you can do it all without a single bomb blast erupting, then why are you still building these weapons of mass destruction?